For many of us, the past 2 years have been a little rough. No matter which nation we call home, cultural or ethnic group we belong to, we've all been forced to share the same chilling pandemic experience. Despite our geographic or cultural differences, we all share the same human connection, and it's safe to assume that many of us really need to unwind and could use a night out on the town. So stay tuned and don't go away, because we're about to reveal the best party countries in the world. First up, what are the two main types of travelers? Let's take a look. Travelers can generally be divided into two main groups. The first group of travelers has a penchant for exploring ancient historical sites, sampling the culture, food, and language of an exciting new destination. The second group, however, is more interested in partying and budget backpacking. A typical way these travelers will break the ice is by having a drink at bars, clubs, lounges, beach parties, or just in small groups sitting around talking while sipping a bottle of wine. Whatever your thoughts are on alcohol, there's no denying the fact that it's a common staple of backpacker life. If you're looking to get in touch with your wild side and party hard with other travelers in these post-pandemic times, look no further than Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok is a hot destination for travelers and was popularized in pop culture by the film The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. It's home to the famous Khao San Road, which is filled with travelers drinking out of alcohol-filled buckets every night, commonly referred to as Phuket buckets, named after the city of Phuket. Locals also go out every night and drink from the alcohol-filled buckets, not just tourists. At many of the expat bars, everyone is drinking, but don't worry, when the official bars close, everyone heads out to the after-hours clubs until 5 a.m. In Koh Phangan, though, you can party until the sun comes up at the full moon party. Bangkok, though, really does have something for everyone. Next up, what do Barcelona, Rome, and Prague have in common? People partying hard, of course. In beautiful Barcelona, Spain, you can enjoy chilling on the beach, or you can party your heart out at night. Many people in Barcelona eat dinner at midnight, and it's long been regarded as a city for late-night revelers. In North America, clubs will typically fill up around 10 or 11 p.m., but in Barcelona, the clubs don't even start getting busy until 2 a.m., and they're jam-packed until the sun comes up. Tourists here mingle with locals, and everyone loves the nice weather. You can sip sangria until dawn, or go bar hopping. Oh, and be sure to stop at the famous Kabul Hostel, and check out the Bari Gothic, where you'll find some really unique little pubs. And the Barcelonian waterfront gets really wild on weekends. Another city to party hardy in is Rome, Italy. If you thought Rome was all about boring museums, fine art, wine, ravioli, and opera, you couldn't be more wrong. And you know what they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Rome is a great city to party in. There are lots of bars, wild clubs, and lots of beautiful people. Locals are friendly and won't hesitate to party hard with tourists. While Romans themselves are a bit tame, the backpacker party scene there is crazy. Moving on now to Prague, Czechia. Raise your hand if you like cheap beer and cheap flights. If your hand is up, then Prague is a major party city and destination for people around the world and might be the place for you. The nightlife in Prague is also so wild that you'll wake up the next morning wondering what you did the night before and whose lipstick is on your collar. You can expect big clubs, cocktail bars, and as we mentioned, tasty cheap beer. If you're looking for an awesome hostel, check out the Madhouse. Up next, are there any places to party in the land down under? You bet. In addition to its splendid beaches, wildlife tours, cuddly koalas and kangaroos, Sydney, Australia offers some totally awesome nightlife and serious partying. Anyone who's partied in Sydney will tell you that Aussies know how to party hard and have a good time. And like other party cities in the world, it's chock full of beautiful women and handsome men, which of course is an added bonus for those of you who are single and ready to mingle. Even the hostels in Sydney organize great hostel parties, so travelers can meet each other. But if that's not your thing, you can find your own crowd at the many clubs and bars in the city. Aussies are so friendly and more than happy to welcome travelers in with a drink. Moving on now to America's Sunshine State, Florida. In Florida, you'll find one of the hottest party cities in the world, Miami. The first thing to know about Miami, however, is that it's not cheap. So if you're looking for a low-budget vacay, you might want to look somewhere else, or simply save up a nice amount of cash. If you're a hardcore clubber, you'll probably fall in love with Miami and not want to leave. It's that good. There's lots of music, top-shelf DJs, and tons of dancing. And like Sydney, lots of beautiful people and tons of booze. Miami's also a great place to scope out some celebs, as it's a well-known celebrity hotspot. Stay tuned and don't go away, because we're dropping the names of the hottest cities in the world to party and shake your tail feathers. At the end of the video, we'll reveal the clubbing capital of the world. Next up, what do Ios, Florianopolis, and Bali have in common? People that live to party. When people think of Greece, the first thing that often comes to mind are ancient colosseums, gladiators, Zeus, Hercules, or Sparta's Leonidas and his brave 300. It's the place of great myths and legends. However, did you know it's also a great place to party, club, get wasted, and shake your behind? We're talking about the city of Ios. Ios is party central, maybe even more so than its sister city of Corfu. In the summer, the Greek Isles are filled with locals and tourists who only want to do one one thing: party. Travelers party all night and sleep on the beach all day. There's a slew of bars, and some of them offer drinking games. Many consider Ios to be one of the most insane places in the world to party. And of course, by insane, we mean wild and a ton of fun, not in a bad way. Moving on to Bali, Indonesia now. Aside from its tremendous beauty, Bali is also a place where you can party your heart off. After long days in the sun, backpackers love to relax and get wild and crazy on Kuta Beach. It's considered one of the world's premier party hotspots. There's even a famous foam party there for you to get wet and wild. We're heading to South America now to a place called Florianopolis, Brazil. Florianopolis is well known for its hot weather, hot bods, and totally wild parties. The beaches have awesome night parties, and one of the hostels puts on a world-class pool party. Up next, where to go if partying and gambling is your thing. 2 words: Las Vegas. In addition to its sprawling rows of casinos, Las Vegas is nightclub central. One of the hottest, longest-running clubs in Las Vegas is called Tao at the Venetian Resort and Casino. In operation for almost 15 years, the place is always poppin'. Tao is a Buddhist-themed club with a hedonistic atmosphere. After all, as the old saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. At Tao, you'll even find girls in bathtubs filled with rose petals. A reddish glow fills the main room like an ancient temple with fantastic lighting. There's 2 spaces to dance in. The first is the main dance floor, and the second area is between VIP booths in the lounge section. The club has brought in some top names like Diddy, Snoop Dogg, and Cruella. In combination with the restaurant and the Tao Beach, the experience here is unlike anything you'll ever see. In other words, a night at Tao is a night you'll never forget. Well, unless you drink too much, that is. But one of the most insane clubs in Vegas is known as the Jewel Nightclub at the Aria. As its name suggests, this club is a sparkling gem in an oasis of strip night spots. With an elevated DJ booth and the up-close and personal dance floor, Jewel Nightclub is where it's at. The theme there is opulence, and it's essentially an adult playground. Each week, Jewel has a solid mix between EDM, open format, hip-hop, and live on-stage concerts. Finally, the clubbing capital of the world, Ibiza, Spain. In addition to some of the most gorgeous beaches and people in the world, Ibiza is the world's premier clubbing destination. There's too many clubs in Ibiza to list in this video, but if you ever manage to go there, you'll think that you've died and gone to clubber's heaven or paradise. It really is that spectacular, and it's almost too difficult to put into words. I guess to get the full picture, you'll just have to go there. But whenever you're traveling the world and partying in any of these destinations we've mentioned, please do not drink and drive. And for all you ladies out there, please don't leave your drinks unattended. It's okay to party hard, but always be safe. That's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for watching.